Imagine waking up on what feels like an ordinary morning. The streets are calm, the city hums as usual, and yet, beneath the surface, something dangerous is stirring. Inside the Labour Party, the very organisation now steering Britain, a storm has begun to form. A silent earthquake shaking the foundations of power, unseen by the casual eye until now. The whispers have grown too loud to ignore. The loyalty that once seemed unshakable has cracked. And a new poll has revealed a truth so unsettling, it could reshape the future of British politics. The shock? Party members, the very heartbeat of Labour, no longer stand firmly behind their leader, Keir Starmer. Instead, their eyes have turned elsewhere, to a figure waiting in the shadows. Before we unravel the hidden power struggle threatening the future of Labour, take a moment to support this channel, hit the like button, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Keir Starmer can survive this internal earthquake, or are we witnessing the first cracks of his downfall? Your engagement doesn't just fuel the debate, it powers this channel to keep bringing you the untold stories behind Britain's shifting politics. It all began with a poll. A seemingly ordinary survey of 704 Labour members, but the results were anything but ordinary. When asked who they would back as leader if a contest were held today, 62% chose Andy Burnham, the Mayor of Greater Manchester. Only 29% stood behind Keir Starmer, the current Prime Minister and party leader. Numbers like these are not just statistics, they are political earthquakes. They are the rumble before the landslide. And for Starmer, the message is chillingly clear, the loyalty of his own party base is slipping away. Andy Burnham is not new to the political stage. Once a minister under Gordon Brown, now Mayor of Greater Manchester, he has reinvented himself as the people's politician. To many within Labour, he embodies authenticity, someone unafraid to challenge London's dominance and Westminster's elitism. But here lies the paradox, Burnham is not even in Parliament. He has no seat, no path, at least for now, to the leadership. And yet, in the imagination of Labour members, he towers above the sitting Prime Minister. Burnham himself addressed the speculation with a measured calm. "I cannot launch a leadership campaign because I am not an MP." But behind that statement lies a tantalizing question, is it truly an admission of impossibility, or a subtle invitation to wait for his return? What makes this drama even more compelling is Burnham's tone. He has not declared open war on Keir Starmer. In fact, he publicly affirms his support for the current leader. Yet, at the same time, his speeches and critiques spark debates within the party, conversations about its direction, its values, and its future. As Burnham himself put it, these interventions are not rebellion but an attempt to start a conversation. But conversations can be powerful. They can plant seeds of doubt. They can shape futures. And right now, Burnham's words are being heard not as whispers, but as echoes bouncing through the corridors of Labour's conference hall. What makes this drama even more compelling is Burnham's tone. He has not declared open war on Keir Starmer. In fact, he publicly affirms his support for the current leader. Yet, at the same time, his speeches and critiques spark debates within the party, conversations about its direction, its values, and its future. As Burnham himself put it, these interventions are not rebellion but an attempt to start a conversation. But conversations can be powerful. They can plant seeds of doubt. They can shape futures. And right now, Burnham's words are being heard not as whispers, but as echoes bouncing through the corridors of Labour's conference hall. The timing of this revelation could not be more striking. As Labour gathers in Liverpool for its annual conference, Keir Starmer hopes to project unity, competence, and authority. His team wants headlines about stability, economic responsibility, and the image of a party finally ready to govern after years of turmoil. But instead, the spotlight has shifted. Not to Starmer. Not to his Chancellor Rachel Reeves, or his Deputy Angela Rayner. No, the spotlight has turned sharply, almost unnervingly, onto Andy Burnham. In the conference halls, whispers about Burnham outshine the applause for Starmer. Every time Burnham takes the stage, his words resonate with a rawness that feels absent from Starmer's cautious tone. To many delegates, Burnham is not just a mayor from the north, he is the symbol of what Labour could become. What makes Burnham so magnetic at this moment? His willingness to say the unsayable. While Keir Starmer has carefully sidestepped debates over Europe, terrified of reopening old wounds, Burnham has been braver, calling for a serious discussion about Britain's relationship with the European Union, even floating the idea of rejoining the single market. This is more than policy. It is theatre. For every Labour member still haunted by Brexit scars, Burnham's words are like a spark in the dark. They are dangerous, provocative, but electrifying. Starmer, by contrast, presents himself as the responsible statesman, the safe pair of hands. He talks of fiscal discipline, stability, and markets. But in politics, safety is rarely seductive. And as Burnham speaks with fire, Starmer's cautiousness feels like cold water. This is not just about popularity. It is about trust and vision. Labour members see in Burnham a leader willing to take risks, willing to stand up to Westminster's orthodoxy. They see in Starmer someone cautious, controlled, even rigid. And the poll numbers capture this sentiment perfectly. 62% saying Burnham inspires us. 29% saying Starmer holds the line. For a sitting Prime Minister to be overshadowed by a man outside Parliament is extraordinary. It is the political equivalent of a general losing faith in his own army, while an outsider rallies the troops from the sidelines. But here lies the paradox that keeps the drama alive. Burnham insists he is loyal to Starmer. He insists there is no leadership plot. He insists his interventions are about opening dialogue, not staging a coup. And yet, his every word is interpreted otherwise. His very presence at the conference feels like a challenge. His rising poll numbers are ammunition for Starmer's critics. His shadow looms over every speech, every press conference, every declaration of unity. It is the double game of politics: deny ambition, but feed speculation. And right now, Burnham is playing that game to perfection. How does Keir Starmer respond? With restraint. With silence. With carefully chosen words that avoid direct confrontation. He knows that attacking Burnham openly would look like weakness. He knows that any acknowledgement of the poll would give it legitimacy. Instead, Starmer doubles down on his core message: economic stability, fiscal responsibility, market confidence. But this comes at a cost. While Starmer speaks the language of accountants and investors, Burnham speaks the language of passion and possibility. And in politics, passion is currency. Possibility is power. This battle is not just about two men. It is about Labour's identity itself. Is the party a cautious steward of the economy, led by Keir Starmer's careful hand? Or is it a bold, radical movement that dares to reopen the debates Britain has tried to bury, as Burnham suggests? For years, Labour's greatest fear has been division. Now, that division is breaking through, not from the opposition benches, but from within. And the question haunts every corridor of the Liverpool conference. If the members prefer Burnham to Starmer, how long before the MPs begin to think the same?